Once upon a time, there lived a man named Joe, etc. The end. So I went to Disney on Ice for the first time recently because I went with my little niece. And, it was a good time. I have to say, it was pretty impressive. I've never been to one of those shows before. But, I've always thought, what would happen if one of those performers fell over? Like, what's the protocol for that? So we were sitting there in the stands watching everything going on. Of course, it's very spectacular, with all the spinning and jumping and dancing, etc. Although naturally, me and my brother-in-law were kind of sitting there being like, fall over, fall over, fall over, fall over, fall over. And to our delight, it actually happened on numerous occasions. For example, there was a moment when there was a Minnie Mouse and she was skating along. And she wasn't even doing anything particularly difficult. She was just being yeah, skating forward in my Minnie Mouse costume. And then she tripped and she soared, soared through the air and face planted the ice and kind of slid a bit of a way, and we're like, oh snap, and all the children are horrified, and my brother and yes, high-fiving. There was this other occasion where another of the main actors fell over, but this time it was actually Alice in Wonderland, who didn't have one of the suits. So not only did she fall over and hit her chin really hard, she didn't have the cushioning of one of the big suits, and nor did she have the covering of her face to kind of hide her facial expressions. So she had to get up and be yeah, I'm dancing, and she's clearly in pain, and so everyone's just and yeah, it was awesome. My life felt complete after that moment. So I saw this guy on the street the other day, and he was totally just and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand you, and he was just rude. Luckily, right at that exact moment, as if on cue, thousands of kittens fell to their death. So if any of you have seen some of my older videos recently, you'll notice that half my hair is missing. Unfortunately, this had to happen because too many people on phones were using my hair as a landmark to find their presumable wives. Although, did you ever go into one of those hairdressing salons and sit down and actually sample the magazines which they have on the coffee table? Most of which could be backdated to about 3 years ago. But you'll be looking at all the different ones, and they'll have the magazines that have the models in them with all the different hairstyles, and you'd be flipping through and you'd just be oh no, I don't want a ponytail, no, I don't want a pencil head, no, I don't want extensions with, little bling that looks like wind chimes. But just once I'd like one of the models to look like